Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Now let's go in depth into forecasting influencing factors, which is the engine room behind forecast accuracy. In professional workforce management, WFM, business analytics, and financial forecasting, understanding which factors influence the forecast and how they interact, whether your plan stays realistic or derails into under or over forecasting. Below is a comprehensive, multi-layered explanation. Here's the key message upfront: forecast accuracy doesn't depend only on mathematical models. It depends on how well we identify and quantify the real-world drivers that impact contact volume and handle time. Remember this line: forecasts fail not because of bad math, but because of missing factors. Now, let's begin with the first and most important driver. 1. Historical data quality. Forecasts are only as good as the data that feeds them. If your history is weak, even the best model will produce unreliable results. There are 4 data aspects you must validate. First, completeness. Do we have every interval? Missing 15-minute blocks, missing days, or corrupted logs reduce reliability because the model is learning from gaps. Second, consistency. Has anything changed in operations? Changes in queue structure, skill mapping, IVR, or routing logic must be normalized before analysis, otherwise you're comparing to different realities. Third, granularity. More detail is equal to more accuracy. Hourly or 15-minute data captures peak patterns much better than daily totals, which often hide spikes and intraday behavior. Fourth, outlier treatment. Not every spike is a trend. Outages, holidays, campaigns, or one-time incidents create unusual patterns. These must be isolated, labeled, and adjusted so they don't distort the forecast. And the practical takeaway: clean, consistent, and clearly labeled historical data is the strongest predictor of future forecast accuracy. Now, let's look at seasonality and trends, the heartbeat of every contact center's forecasting rhythm. Call centers experience repeating patterns driven by time, events, and customer behavior. Recognizing these patterns helps us plan resources precisely when and where demand occurs. Daily seasonality. Typical peaks occur between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., driven by customer availability and business hours. These patterns guide intraday staffing and scheduling decisions. Weekly seasonality. Mondays are often busier, while weekends tend to be quieter. This variation shapes day-of-week forecast distribution and ensures service-level consistency. Monthly or quarterly seasonality. Billing cycles, payment reminders, or renewal periods drive predictable surges. Accurate recognition of these cycles informs monthly and quarterly headcount planning. Annual trends. Over time, year-over-year growth or decline highlights strategic capacity needs, whether to scale, automate, or optimize operations. Remember, ignoring seasonality is a guaranteed path to forecast drift. Accurate forecasting means not only predicting the future, but understanding when and why it repeats. In short, seasonality and trend analysis convert raw data into rhythm-based intelligence for smarter planning. Next, let's explore a powerful external influencer, marketing, campaigns, and promotions. Every marketing activity, whether outbound or digital, has a direct ripple effect on contact center demand. Ignoring it can cause sudden spikes that overwhelm resources or unexpected lulls that inflate cost per contact. Let's look at a few real-world examples. Times a new product launch often triggers a surge in inquiries, as curious customers flood phone lines and chat channels for information. Times a discount SMS campaign can lead to a sharp spike in both sales and support calls, as customers rush to redeem offers or clarify terms. Times end of offer reminders create short-lived but intense peaks in chat and voice volume, especially in e-commerce and subscription environments. Key takeaway: always link marketing calendars with your forecast models. When campaign data and operational forecasting work hand in hand, you can anticipate spikes, plan staffing proactively, and protect service levels while maximizing sales. In short, forecasting without marketing alignment is like predicting the weather without checking the radar. Let's move on to another critical forecasting factor: product, policy, or process changes. Any internal change that affects how customers interact with your business will inevitably shift demand patterns. Let's break it down by type. New product or feature launch. Expect a temporary spike in inquiries driven by curiosity or confusion. Customers want to understand new functionality, pricing, or usage, creating a short-term volume surge. Policy revisions. For example, changes in refund or claim procedures can redistribute workload across different queues, such as billing, customer care, or escalation teams. Process automation or self-service launch. When bots or digital tools take over routine tasks, assisted channel volume gradually declines. This shift is subtle but highly beneficial for long-term cost and staffing optimization. System downtime or migration. After a platform outage or migration, there's often an artificial surge in contact volume as customers follow up on pending requests. Key recommendation: always integrate change management logs into your forecasting framework. This ensures that forecast models don't mistake one-time disruptions for lasting trends, maintaining accuracy and operational control. In summary, internal changes may start small, but their ripple effect on demand can be massive if not forecasted intelligently. Now, let's talk about one of the most dynamic forecasting influencers: customer behavior and life cycle stage. Forecast accuracy isn't just about numbers, it's about understanding where customers are in their journey. Because contact volume and intent change dramatically as customers evolve from onboarding to renewal. During new user onboarding, contact rates are naturally higher. New customers seek guidance, product setup support, and reassurance, creating short-term volume spikes. As customers mature, their inquiries become less frequent but more complex, often requiring higher skill agents or longer handling time. And during churn or renewal periods, interaction frequency rises again, as retention efforts, plan changes, or reactivation offers drive additional workload. Key takeaway: understanding the customer life cycle prevents blind forecasts that miss behavioral shifts. When forecasting models integrate life cycle segmentation, planners can anticipate when, how often, and why customers will reach out, resulting in smarter staffing, better CX, and stronger profitability. In short, forecasting must evolve alongside your customers. Let's explore another powerful forecasting driver: external environmental factors. These are conditions outside the company's control, yet they significantly influence contact behavior and staffing outcomes. Even the most sophisticated operations can be caught off guard if these variables aren't built into the model. Let's look at a few common examples. Weather events. Floods, heat waves, or storms can disrupt attendance for inbound centers, reducing available staff and increasing wait times. Economic conditions. Changes in interest rates or inflation often trigger higher banking or loan-related inquiries. A shift of even 1% in rates can alter call patterns overnight. Political or social events. Public policy changes, such as tax reforms or government subsidies, can cause sudden spikes in service calls as customers seek clarity. Public holidays and festivals. Activity typically drops right before holidays and then surges immediately after. For global centers, these effects vary sharply across regions. Key takeaway: AI-driven forecasting models can learn and adapt to these external patterns over time, automatically adjusting for weather events, economic cycles, and calendar effects. By combining human context with AI adaptability, organizations can stay ahead of volatility, ensuring stability, service continuity, and customer confidence. Next, let's look at a critical operational dimension: channel mix and routing strategy. In today's omni-channel contact centers, customers don't just call, they chat, email, or use self-service. That means forecasting must go beyond total volume and focus on channel-level behavior. First, channel shifts. When customers migrate from voice to chat, email, or self-service, the total volume might stay constant, but the distribution and handling time change completely. For instance, a single chat agent can handle multiple sessions at once, while voice remains strictly one-to-one. Second, automation and containment. The introduction of bots or IVR containment may reduce live agent contacts, but the remaining interactions often become more complex, requiring longer handle times and higher skill levels. Third, routing strategy changes. When skill-based routing or overflow rules are introduced, historical queue-level volumes can appear distorted unless they're properly normalized in the forecasting dataset. Key takeaway: always forecast by channel and skill, not just total volume. This ensures that staffing, occupancy, and cost models reflect the true operational workload and that each customer touchpoint is planned with precision. Remember, forecasting is not about predicting how many customers will reach you. It's about predicting how they'll reach you. Let's now discuss one of the most sensitive forecasting variables: handle time variations, or AHT. Even when your contact volumes are stable, changes in average handle time can dramatically shift your staffing and cost forecasts. That's because every extra second on a call compounds across thousands of interactions. Let's explore some common drivers. New processes or policies. When new workflows are introduced, agents take longer to complete calls, increasing AHT temporarily. Agent learning curve. As agents gain confidence and proficiency, AHT naturally reduces over time, a healthy downward trend. System or CRM changes. New tools often cause a short-term AHT spike while agents adjust to new interfaces. Customer sentiment and issue complexity. High emotion or complex cases can dynamically lengthen handle times, especially in collections or support environments. Best practice: always forecast AHT and volume separately, and then multiply them to calculate workload in Erlangs. This ensures accurate staffing, protects service levels, and helps maintain profitability without overstaffing. Remember, AHT isn't just a productivity metric, it's a forecasting amplifier that determines how many people you need, when, and for how long. Let's now focus on operational factors, the internal elements that can make or break forecast accuracy. Remember, even the most accurate forecast can appear wrong if executional discipline isn't maintained. Let's explore a few examples. Shrinkage and absenteeism. High unplanned leaves or unscheduled breaks reduce the actual available capacity, meaning staffing plans suddenly fall short of forecasted needs. Training or cross-skill initiatives. Planned shrinkage, such as training batches or skill migration, temporarily takes agents off the floor, reducing effective capacity even when total headcount remains the same. Occupancy targets. If target occupancy is set too high, it may cause burnout or quality dips. Too low, and you're underutilizing your workforce. Often, schedule reshaping or demand smoothing is required to maintain the right balance. Adherence behavior. Poor adherence, late logins, long breaks, or early logouts can make a forecast that's technically perfect look inaccurate in practice. Key takeaway: the forecast can be flawless, but operational leakage, from absenteeism to adherence lapses, creates the illusion of inaccuracy. That's why successful forecasting is as much about execution control as it is about prediction precision. Next, let's discuss a critical dimension often underestimated in forecasting: client or contractual changes. In BPO environments, your forecast accuracy is only as stable as your client's business assumptions. Every client decision, big or small, directly affects your demand pattern, staffing, and service delivery. Here are some key examples. SLA revisions. When clients tighten response time targets or add new performance metrics, your workload and staffing needs increase almost instantly. New campaigns or service lines. Each new campaign brings unique contact drivers, channel mixes, and learning curves, often requiring short-term buffers in forecasts. Expansion or ramp-down decisions. Client growth initiatives create forecast surges, while ramp-downs or seasonal pauses require controlled scaling to avoid idle cost. Contract renewals with new volume assumptions. When renewal terms change, perhaps due to automation, outsourcing scope, or business volume, your entire forecast baseline must be recalibrated. Best practice. Always maintain a client forecast register, a living document that tracks expected shifts, campaign timelines, and SLA changes for every account. This ensures transparency between WFM, operations, and the client, and transforms forecasting from reactive estimation into strategic partnership planning. Let's now explore the technological and automation factors, one of the most transformative elements in modern forecasting. As AI, automation, and self-service expand, they reshape not only call volumes but also the nature of human interactions. Here's how these factors influence forecasts. AI chatbots, IVR, or RPA. These tools handle repetitive or low-complexity contacts automatically. While they reduce total human volume, they often increase escalation calls, which are longer and more complex. Predictive dialers and auto-response engines. On the outbound side, automation improves connection efficiency, dialing more leads in less time and dramatically lifting productivity. System outages or downtime. Any technical disruption causes an artificial dip followed by a delayed surge once systems are restored. These spikes must be tagged in historical data to avoid model distortion. Self-service adoption rate. As customers shift toward digital or self-help platforms, the ratio of assisted to automated interactions changes, often reducing total volume but increasing average handle time for remaining cases. Best practice. AI-enhanced contact centers integrate bot analytics and human volume into a single forecasting model. This unified approach captures the full picture of customer demand across automation, digital, and live channels, ensuring resource accuracy and cost efficiency. In short, forecasting in the AI era is no longer about predicting just human calls, it's about forecasting total intent across humans and machines. Let's look at an often overlooked but crucial area: forecasting model parameters. Even the most sophisticated model can produce flawed results if it isn't tuned correctly. Think of it like a musical instrument. The model may be powerful, but if it's out of tune, accuracy suffers. Here are some common issues. Wrong smoothing constants, alpha, beta, gamma, in exponential models. If these values are too high or too low, the model either overreacts to noise or fails to adapt to real change. Ignored lag or autocorrelation in ARIMA models. Missing lag relationships means your model can't recognize how today's data depends on yesterday's trends. Overfitting in machine learning models. When a model memorizes past data instead of learning general patterns, it performs well historically, but fails in real time. Missing factor weights in regression models. If important drivers like marketing campaigns or seasonality aren't properly weighted, your predictions will systematically drift. Best practice. Conduct regular model reviews and backtesting to detect bias, recalibrate parameters, and ensure ongoing technical robustness. In essence, great forecasting isn't just about the data you use, it's about how smartly you train your models to listen to that data. Let's wrap up with one of the most powerful enablers of forecasting accuracy: cross-functional coordination. Accurate forecasting is never the result of a single department's effort. It's a collaborative discipline where every function contributes a vital piece of intelligence. Here's how each team shapes forecast precision. Marketing. Campaign timing, offers, and promotions directly affect incoming contact spikes. Finance. Billing cycles, price changes, and payment dates create predictable demand waves. HR and workforce management. Hiring pipelines, attrition rates, and shrinkage trends determine actual delivery capacity. Technology. System outages, migrations, or new tool deployments can distort historical data and short-term workload. Operations. Process updates, scripting changes, or new product rollouts alter handle times and customer behavior. Best practice. Establish a weekly forecast factor review meeting, a cross-functional huddle that aligns marketing, finance, HR, technology, and operations around one version of the truth. This habit transforms forecasting from a back-office function into a strategic decision-making rhythm, ensuring agility, accuracy, and shared accountability across the enterprise. Now let's look at how artificial intelligence transforms the management of influencing factors in forecasting. Traditional models rely on manual assumptions. AI, on the other hand, can quantify and dynamically adjust for dozens of variables, all in real time. Here's how it works. Feature importance ranking. AI identifies which factors matter most, for example, holiday impact plus 12%, or marketing campaign adds 8% to next week volume. Dynamic weighting. Unlike static statistical models, AI rebalances factor weights week by week, learning from actual performance. Regression trees and neural networks. These capture complex, nonlinear relationships, how multiple factors interact simultaneously, not in isolation. Real-time feedback loops. AI continuously compares forecasted versus actual outcomes and automatically reforecasts the moment deviations appear. Example: the system detects that every 10% increase in email promotions drives a 3.5% rise in inbound calls within 48 hours and instantly updates next week's staffing needs. In short, AI turns forecasting from a static prediction into a living, adaptive system, one that senses change, learns from it, and corrects itself faster than any manual model ever could. Alright team, let's wrap this up with a clean summary, key takeaways you can remember and apply immediately. First, forecast accuracy is shaped by a web of factors: internal, external, operational, and behavioral. So forecasting is never just a numbers exercise. It's business understanding plus analytics. Second, if you ignore even one key driver, like a campaign, a holiday, or a sudden HT shift, your forecast can get distorted. And when volume prediction goes wrong, staffing goes wrong, and service levels suffer. Third, the best contact centers don't guess forecasts, they institutionalize a forecast factor framework. Think of it as a weekly checklist reviewed by WFM, operations, and finance to confirm what changed, what's coming, what must the model account for. Fourth, AI makes this stronger by supporting human judgment. It continuously learns how each factor impacts volume and handle time, and it can adapt forecasts in near real time, especially when patterns shift quickly. Fifth and final takeaway. A forecast is not static. It's a living reflection of business reality. If the business changes, the forecast must change too. That's the mindset. Forecasting is not one-time math, it's ongoing alignment with reality. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.